Well, this week on Good to Grow, we are talking about the popular raised beds here at Countryside Greenhouse. So we have Justin from Dairy Do with us, and there's a right and a wrong way to prep these things, but today we are learning the right way.
Yeah, so doing a raised bed, that's very popular this year with everything going on with the COVID thing and everything else. How do we be better? How do we grow our own? How do we teach our kids that food doesn't come from grocery stores, right? So let's do that, and let's do it organically, and let's have fun with it, because when you're successful, it's a lot better, right, to grow it. So
of course. So these are all Dairy Do products, and we've done a couple steps here, but the first thing under here, this is Topsoil Blend. What's so beneficial about this?
So Topsoil Blend has 20% Dairy Do in it, but it has weeds in there. So we want to bury it in the bottom and then leave the top 8 inches for the Veggie Do 301.
Okay,
so
but you put newspaper in between it.
Yeah, so we put the newspaper as that natural weed barrier to help, show you where that line is. And then we recommend leaving about 8 inches for the Veggie Do 301 on top.
Okay, and there's an app for this too, so you know how much you're putting in where, depending on your container.
Yeah, so go to dairydo.com, there's a do calculator, and then you can just measure the width and the length and then how deep, and it's gonna tell you this many bags.
That's awesome. I need an app for everything. Okay, so now our third step, this is Veggie Do 301, and you basically fill the whole rest of the container with this?
Yeah, that's right, just like this, you fill it up. So there's 17 different ingredients in here, and we use Dairy Do's in here. We have 3 million worms at our farm. There's worm castings in here. There's obviously sphagnum peat. There's 77 different trace minerals in here.
Wow.
So it's a really loaded soil. So back to what I was talking about, so you can just plant your plant in here, and then there's nutrient in here to feed that plant, where you don't have to be an agronomist to feed it something new every day, and it's all made with organic material and organic implements or ingredients.
It feels good. It's real soft and airy.
Yeah. So it's you want to water it in really well. Again, it's organic, so we don't put any chemicals or polymers in here.
Okay.
So make sure when you water it in, you kind of like mix it in with the water. You can see how light and fluffy it is.
Beautiful. And then our last step when we go to plant, there's another product, your seed starter. What is that?
Yep, so the seed starter, so let's say if you got some transplants, they do well in the 301. If you got a little more delicate seed, what I recommend tell people is grab that big handful out of there like that, and then as you would take this product, you could put the seed starter in there. You see it's a little lighter and fluffier. Put it in there, and then you would put your seed in there, so there's no transplant shock. So then the roots will naturally go into the 301 when it gets big enough and mature enough, and then it could take all those organic minerals, and then you can have that tomato like great-grandpa used to have that actually tastes like a tomato.
Awesome. We love it. The proper way to make a raised bed, to make the most beautiful vegetables, flowers, what have you, whatever you want to put in here, this is the way to do it at Countryside Greenhouse with Dairy Do.